Hello, hello, welcome to Friday Sews. It's Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. I'm so excited to be here. I missed last week, so it's 2 weeks of stuff I've got to tell you. And I want to say first off, thank you so much to those of you who replied to my little post where I said I couldn't make it to Friday Sews because my family was visiting, my son and his family. And I just want to say, oh, is that there all the time? Everybody said family first, and I want to thank you for that because this is just a hobby, this YouTube stuff, and I really love it and it's super fun. But, you know, I can't just say I can't spend time with my family because I got to make a video. They come first, and I thank you so much for that. I do have a lot to share. I feel like I'm talking fast. Like, I have a lot to share, I have a lot to share. I usually start with sewing, but today I'm going to tell you personal first. We just had an earthquake. I'm sad because I feel like I almost missed it because I was sitting here in the sewing room kind of organizing things, getting ready for this video, and I felt everything shaking, you know, like shaking, and I thought it was a helicopter going over the house. They do that sometimes, but I mean, I was thinking, man, it's like ready to land on my house. That's crazy. What are they doing? You just get your own mind, right? So I run outside and there's no helicopter. Then my son calls. He lives on the property and he said, did you feel that? An earthquake. And I'm like, oh, of course that was an earthquake, of course. And so then we're all calling each other all the way to town. My husband called, they had it there. My brother-in-law next door, they had it. And then you go on Facebook and everybody's talking about it. And so, of course, right now, the news is still sketchy. This just happened. Literally just happened. And my son's all, make sure if it's even worse the next time, get under the door jamb or, you know, blobbity-blobbity, a tree could fall. And I'm like, he's so sweet. He just worries about me. So, sounds like, without knowing too much, that maybe, I'm hot, there was 2 earthquakes at the same moment. Is that possible in totally different areas? One on the eastern side of the Sierras and one on our side? So that's what I'm hearing, that there was 2. One was a 5.9 and one was a 4.7. So we'll find out. You'll probably know before you even see this video. You may have heard the news, if there's any news. Up in the mountains, we don't have a lot of damage. It's not like a city where buildings can fall and stuff. It's really just pretty rural up here. And so we'll see. We'll see. I haven't heard anything. As soon as I get off this video, I'll go check again. And the other personal news is I'm melting. So we're having a heat wave and I'm dying. I have to say, this little fan, I got this on Amazon. I'm going to put a link to it because it's like one of my favorite things in my sewing room. It's just so quiet and nice, and it spins around, so no matter where I'm sitting, I can face myself. So I'm going to put a link to that, but I can't play it the whole video because it's just going to be loud. Maybe you can't even hear me right now. So, oopsie. Today's day 1 of like 4 super hot days, and every time I check, the temperatures are changing, but definitely triple digits. And it's looking like Sacramento could be 108 to 111, 12. Who knows? And hubby on Sunday, the high day, he's got a wedding down in the valley, down near the levee down in Sacramento. So, oh my gosh, you guys, can you imagine walking around in a wedding dress on a hot day like that? Not me. He'll drink a lot of water and they'll just do their best. So I'll let you know. But I'll be here. Inside my house with the air conditioner on. So we didn't have air conditioner. I've lived here 30 years and we've had an air conditioner for like 4. My son gave me a window unit and I actually really love it on a day like this. I just run that air conditioner for the afternoon so the house just kind of cools off, and oh my gosh, it's so nice. But literally we don't need it because it doesn't get that hot here, mostly. So earthquake, heat wave. Crazy. Crazy. Okay. Now that I've gotten that stuff out, I'm going to tell you my makes. And I think in my title, I'm telling you I had a fix and a make. Which one do you want first? The fix? The fix, you say? Because I know that's what I would want first. This one. Now, you guys had so many great comments on this dress. Fix it, fix it, fix it. Lots of ideas. And I probably used all of your ideas because I did a lot to this dress. But you know what? I had fun. I love this fabric. I love these colors. And I think I'm going to love this dress. So first, let me show you me wearing it. And as I'm filming this, I haven't put it on to take a picture. I'm assuming it's going to look awesome because when I try it on in here, it looks good. So, didn't that look great? Here's what I changed. Now, if you haven't seen the Friday Sews where I talked about what a flop this dress was, I'm going to put a link for you to go look. And I think when you click on these links, you don't always have to leave this video to see the link that I'm presenting. You could see it later. Does that work? I don't know how that works. Anyway, I'm going to put a link to that video. It was like last week of the week. Not last week, I didn't do one, but the week before. So, cute fabric. And what it was just too voluminous right here. Right here in the big belly area. So what I did is I took about this much off both sides and I put in a zipper. Okay? So I could make it more snug. And I just put that zipper in right there. See? You know what? I'm always afraid of zippers, but I found this one video and I watch it every time right before I make a zipper, and I just like the way this lady does it. So I'm going to put a link to that too and show you her video because I think she just makes it simple. So I took up the sides, I put in a zipper, and then on the front where the elastic was supposed to go, I took the elastic out and I just made 2 ties, and they're just attached right on the sides here, and I made a little bow. That way I could still have the little gather because I think it's cute and I love bows, so that's cute. And then I brought up my neckline just a little bit because I always like that. And then I went back to the slits that the original pattern had, and I thought that was super cute. So that is, oh, one more thing. Pockets! Did I blow out your eardrums? I'm sorry. Pockets, pockets, pockets. I put pockets. Love pockets. So this dress is super cute and I think I will wear it. It's saved. So thank you for all your great comments and I hope you like the result. Now I did a make. This is also a woven, and if you've been following me, you know that I prefer knits like this one. And this is the Follow Me wrap dress, I think from a couple weeks ago on my Friday Sews. I shared it. This is McCalls 8167. It's for wovens, and it's got this kind of light, flowy feel to the pattern, so I picked a light, flowy fabric. Normally, I don't like to use my favorite fabrics for my first try, because if I want to make changes and fix it, then but I don't have a lot of woven. I don't have a lot of light and flowy, so I used a favorite first. And I'm not sure I like this dress, so we'll see. It is actually not quite finished, and I'm going to tell you, but first I'm going to try it on for you. So, what do you think? I, again, am assuming I look great in this dress. Because I haven't tried it on for you yet. I'm filming first, waiting for some good light, and then I'll film the actual dress. Out of order. I hear they do that in the movies. They film out of order. I totally get that. Oh my god. Oh dang. So, why don't I like it? Okay, first off, I tortured this neckline. I don't think I figured it out. Why are necklines so hard for me? I felt like I was following the instructions. I went over them and over them and over them, and I just never got this little tab to work. So it's pinned right now because here's my thought. Wouldn't it be cool? It has to have some kind of clasp because otherwise it's too tight to put your head in. This doesn't have a zipper, it's just a pull over your head. So I was thinking a cute button, blobbity blobbity, but in my mind, I just wanted it to be simple. So I ordered a couple of magnets, and I'm just gonna get those to match, and once they match, I'll just sew in a magnet right there and just go bloop. That's where I'm at right now. If that doesn't work, I'll put a button or hooks or whatever they said to put a hook and eye. But I don't know. I tortured it. It seems okay. It has the high-low hem. I love this fabric. I love this fabric. So I might just wear it. I think I would have liked it better with a flutter sleeve. Maybe not as extensive as this one, but just not as structured as this one. Just a little bit of flutter would have been nice. I don't know. I think the proof's going to be in the wearing. And on that note, I just thought I would tell you my favorites right now. This Follow Me wrap dress is my all-time favorite right this minute, which is kind of usually true with my latest favorite. My latest favorite becomes my favorite, and that's this one. But I'm also still loving that one with the ties on the shoulder. And I've been wearing, those are the ones I grabbed for. And that's pretty much exclusively what I've been wearing every day, is one of those 2 wrap dresses and 3 of the bow dresses, we'll call them. And videos on both of those in Friday Sews. And so you just kind of can see the picture. If you look down my feed, you can see the picture of me wearing those dresses and you can see what they were. But those are my favorites. And on that note, I think I'm going to make another one of these wrap dresses. I'm just in love with it, and honestly getting compliments. And also the one with the bows at the top, I've been getting compliments on that too. So not that compliments is your only judge, but man, for someone to just out of the blue compliment a dress that you made, it's kind of nice, wouldn't you say? So that's kind of, also, this was something from one of you guys, was when you have struggle with a pattern, to kind of clean the slate by making something you know you're going to love. And so that's why I want to make another one of these, because I know I will love it, and it will kind of clean the slate from these 2 harder makes that were just harder. And then I can try something new and hard. So it's kind of like family. So my son came to visit. We had a really nice visit, off and on. I mean, you know, they were busy. They came here, stayed for a little while, then they went to Southern California to visit my granddaughter's new family that she's marrying into. And her wedding date is January. And she has now, on the way back, she has now announced that she's moving it up to this fall. Now, we're in the wedding business, so we know about weddings probably more than we should, honestly. And so she was like, do you think that's a short time to plan? And I'm like, yeah. And she said, what's normal? And I said, 1 to 2 years. And she goes, are you serious? And I said, very. I've had a few that booked 3 years in advance. This is true. I think those are weird. 3, that's a long time, but 2 is not that uncommon, you guys, but 1 is very. So we are usually not fully booked a year in advance, but pretty close. When I say we, I mean my husband. I don't go to weddings, I used to, but it's pretty normal to lock in your really important vendors, which is like your venue and your photographer and your videographer. The things that people can do over and over and over, like you don't have to, if you're making cakes, you can make more than 1, but if you're a photographer, you can only do 1 on any given Saturday. So those are the ones you want to book early, and those are the ones they book a year in advance. Everything else you can find later. So she looked for a date that Grandpa was open, and so, you know, but my first thought was, that's sooner. Now I really need to be thinking about my Grandma of the Bride dress. And I want to make it. But I have to say, in the back of my mind, I loved my Mother of the Bride dress from like 10 or 12 years ago. Oh, a beaded beauty. And I would wear that again in a heartbeat. But I have no idea if I'm the same size. I do fluctuate. So we'll have to see. It's cut on the bias. So that dress just hung beautifully. And I don't see how I could top it. It's just so pretty. And I think I paid like $300 for that. So I would love to wear it again. Is that bad? Okay, I'm going to give you my slogan again. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what I'm wearing, right? So it's a casual wedding, family and friends. Okay, so I'm either going to look for a dress to make, or I will wear that beaded beauty. So we're over there a lot with the family this last few days. But yesterday, I have to show you something adorable. I think, and I don't want to offend anyone that's watching, but my husband is the best grandpa. And I don't mean to say that your husbands are not great at being a grandpa. He's just the best. I can't help it. He really is. He's super funny. He tells great grandpa jokes, and he never ever says no to playing with them. Never. I do. I get tired sometimes, but he doesn't. So Sissy wanted to show him some chalk thing that she drew, and he went out there and created, well, let me just show you her tour of their art. How precious. Precious. He had to do something today and he was picking something up or dropping something off and he had to stop and draw her a dragon so she could color that in. Hope he took a picture. If he did, I will put it in right now. If he didn't, just assume it's really awesome. He's an amazing photographer, but he can also draw anything. Like I'm stick figures, maybe. Even my stick figures are pretty crap, but he can draw anything. It's pretty cool. So I just thought I would share that with you. So here I am, just kind of trying not to melt. I'm ready to post this video and start sewing again. It's where I'm happy. Like I can skip housework, things that need to be done, obligations I need to do. I'd rather sew. Are any of you like that? Do you feel like I'd rather just go sew? It just makes me happy. I could just sit here and sew and sew. I wasn't always like this. COVID did this to me. All that staying at home made me fall in love with sewing as like more than ever. And these happy dresses that I've been making, I'm just loving. Oh my gosh. I could just sew. So that's what I really want to be doing. And I can't wait to have another one of these. I hope you're having a great weekend. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Please come back for Trailer Tuesday. I think we're going to have a lot to show if you haven't been following the remodel on the trailer. I'm posting every Tuesday and things are starting to really move fast right now. Watch last week's and then watch next week's because there's going to be a lot. It's just going to be a lot and more and more and more to come. This is so much fun. And it is just something that's really exciting to me right now. Our trip's getting closer and closer and I have to have this done because it's my own self-imposed deadline. You do that? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.